Hello, welcome to this video. Today I'm going to show you my most brilliant game. I'm really excited about this game because it was so great. Okay, I'm gonna start showing you the opening without the ancient. I usually do. E4, E5. I was expecting a Caro-Kann actually, but in the end he played E5. That for me is not a problem. Obviously, better prepared to E5 than to Caro-Kann, probably. And here I decided to play d4, my usual opening. And here, this is when I changed it up. If I play pawn takes, after bishop b4, I don't play bishop d2 because that's drawish. I play knight c3 and I play the gambit. Or I play 5 and I just play a normal game. I decided to go for this gambit because I prepared this for a previous game in another tournament and I got a great result with it. But if you play a line like this, you have to study more. Here he plays full fury, and here I'm prepared for bishop f6, a completely logical move and a right idea. I play rook e1, and then I have like an attack after he castles. But my opponent played knight e5, and then I was surprised. I thought for like 10, 15 minutes or 20, I don't know. And I played queen e2, finding the idea. But he just castled, which I didn't expect. After queen takes knight, I was expecting knight takes knight, queen takes and bishop f6. And I have the white bishop to play against that pawn. And okay. But he played knight takes bishop, which is a mistake actually. Because I have this brilliant move, knight g5, completely crashing the position after g6. And I can take the bishop, and then I have like a huge attack on the king, and I'm better. Like a 0.8 or something like that. Not a huge miss, but it was something good to play it. Instead, I took the knight, which is not a good move either. I should have taken the bishop and then knight d6, and I'm supposed to have more counterplay because his pieces are kind of stuck. Queen d3, c4, c5 ideas, and I have counterplay. Instead, I played queen takes knight, and then my counterplay is not that much. After bishop f6, I have this really critical idea with d6, and then I'm fine. But I decided that that was too risky, and I played bishop f4, sacrificing the b2 pawn, but that's not a real issue. After d6, I sacked it again. Instead of this, d6 would have been a great choice, but well, I just thought it was too risky and allowed black to consolidate the advantage. Here I just, well, it's just a pawn, actually, so that's not a real problem here. I don't have issues with playing down a pawn. I used to have them when I was a little bit less experienced, but now that I have this much experience, I can absolutely manage to play being a pawn down. Just play normal moves, activating my pieces. Oh, I didn't mention this, but after bishop f5, I was kind of forced to knight d4 because if not, those bishops were too strong. Here I just played pretty normally, h3 to avoid trouble and be able to pressure more, because if not, then I always had back rank issues. My opponent played a6, I played a4, rook e7, and here I have rook takes rook, queen takes knight f3, and I have a lot of counterplay. Instead, I decided to play queen b4 because if rook b8, I had, I think, rook takes rook and knight c6, or well, just knight c6 directly, and then I think it was clearly better in this position. I think it was. Well, not clearly better, but I'm just getting the pawn back really easily. So, okay, that was my idea. Oh, wait, okay. So I played this, expecting rook b8 or b6 or something like that, but I thought that here I had enough counterplay. Rook takes rook would have been probably a better choice, objectively speaking, but my opponent played rook a8, and here I saw that rook takes rook, any move I'm fine, like queen takes, I was fine with everything because if queen takes knight f3, I have a lot of counterplay. I was not really worried. And my opponent played rook takes c7. And here, you think queen takes b7, you can't play it, mostly because then your knight falls. So instead of queen takes b7, I play queen takes b7. That's a Gotham chess phrase, parody. And after bishop takes knight, I have this brilliant move, rook takes c7, and if he takes, I have a mate. Let's see, queen takes rook, queen a8, and that's mate. So my opponent played the only resource, rook e1, king h2, queen takes a4, and actually, here it seems like I could play rook c8 or something like that, likely this crashing move, queen b4, he takes its back rank mate, and he doesn't takes, and he plays queen e8, I play another brilliant, queen takes rook, and I'm completely winning. Here my opponent kept playing a little bit, but I just the pawns, force a resignation in 5 moves. So this was clearly my most brilliant game in my life, mostly because I played these brilliant moves. I got a bad position out of the opening, but I managed to overcome it, and I'm so happy about this game. Thank you for seeing this video. Please subscribe.